Now, these are some spiritual terminologies I'm going to start breaking down in a more logical way so you can start understanding them, and so you can start realizing that you use them in your everyday life. One of them is telepathy. So first, we know telepathic does exist. Other animals even experience this. I can give you an example of dolphins. Dolphins naturally telepathically communicate with each other in the ocean. They put out pictures or whatever in their mind to let other dolphins know that it's food in certain areas. We have that ability too. We've just been so disconnected from it because we're so caught up in this everyday life, bills, work, all the other stuff, the internet, all this stuff. We have to get back in tune with our inner self. When you started getting back in tune with your inner self, you will realize that the gift has always been inside of you. So let me give you an example. Say, for example, you have a friend and you all are just on the same vibration, same frequency, same wavelength. You all legitimately cannot seen each other in years. And when you all sit down in a conversation on the phone or in actual physical contact, you all can sit up there and talk and sometimes even complete each other's sentences. While you're talking, another one might say the exact same thing. That's because you're on the same vibrational wavelength, and when you're on that same vibrational wavelength, you pick up on the frequencies that are on that wavelength. That is telepathic in its natural state. Now, when you learn how to strengthen that gift, you're on a vibrational wavelength with someone, or even if you're not, this is how people are able to send energy your way, and especially if you're not aware of it and not protecting your energy, then you can be taking on other things. If you're not aware, people that understand this and have this as a power because they understand themselves, because we all have it, they can actually send vibrational wavelengths your way, send thoughts your way. Sometimes we do this unconsciously or even consciously. Say, for example, that's why it's very important for you when whatever you're working on, your dreams and ambitions or whatever, try not to tell too many people until it has been accomplished. Because what would happen is people that have not done a level of self-work within themselves, and then you tell them your dreams and your stuff like that, even if they act or say like, yeah, I'm proud, I'm happy for you and stuff like that, if they're not on the exact vibration that they're supposed to be on, they can be sending you negative thoughts your way, like saying to themselves, not even realizing it, not in a vindictive way, just, she's not going to be able to do that, he's not going to be able to do that, how they going to do that, and so if you're not in, and if you don't have a level of hygiene or spiritual hygiene about you, then therefore you can take on those thoughts and then block your manifestations from happening. And another example would be like, we can do that in the opposite direction. When you have your dreams and ambitions and you're working on something, and people that are on that same vibrational wavelength with you, when you tell them to a collective that are on that same vibrational wavelength with you, they're going to see your highest timeline. They're going to actually be sending positive energy your way and thoughts your way to be able to help you manifest it faster. Now, if you understand that you're an alchemist, you can alchemize everything. So I'm not telling you this to be fearful. You can alchemize everything. When people send those negative energies or thoughts your way, you can now legitimately turn them into your bitch. What I mean by that is that you take that energy that somebody sent negative unintentionally or intentionally, and you flip it on its head and you use it as momentum, because energy is just energy. It's not negative or positive. You have the ability to be able to switch it. So you switch it to a neutral state, and once you switch it to a neutral state, you can use it to be able to bring your manifestations in even faster. So yes, that's alchemy in general. So back to telepathy. When we have telepathy, which we all do, we just have to become aware of it. And I want us to start getting used to understanding this, because the new earth, the new paradigm is already here. And our gifts, which were dormant, are coming online now. So get used to having these conversations with your kid, because I'm telling you, a lot of times, if you're aware, your kids already know this. Like, they already understand this, they understand this. It's just we're the ones that started putting blinders on them. So let them have that imagination. That's our biggest tool. And I have to go into another video about the imagination. That's their biggest tool. And so it's our biggest tool as well. But let them have their imagination. Let them have their abilities and stuff like that. And when you cultivate those abilities in them, they realize growing up, like, okay, of course, I've always been telepathic. Me and my baby do it all the time when I can hear that he said something in his mind, that he wanted something, and I ask him, do you want that? And he's like, oh yeah, I do want that. You must have read my mind. I'm like, yes, of course, because we can all telepathically communicate. So it's what it actually is. We receive thoughts from the ether. We have this grand ether. We receive the thoughts. These thoughts are not ours. Now, depends on where you are on the vibrational wavelength. If you're in a negative vibrational wavelength, you're going to pick up on more negative things that are on that vibrational wavelength. If you're in a high vibrational wavelength, you're going to pick up on that. And so that's where it depends on. And if you're in sync with someone and you all are on that same vibrational wavelength, then you can hear and feel what they're picking up from the ether, and you're picking up at the same time. And that's how you're able to read the energy. So let me know if this helps you understand what telepathy is and how we use it in our everyday life. And comment below what spiritual gifts you want me to break down next. Love you.